There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet, hello.
Oh my
There's a
god.
bee in my bonnet, hello.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Wow. Okay, I think I just broke my bed. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. I bet the question you're all wondering right now is, why on earth did she do that kind of an intro twice and choose a dress for it? Well, the thing is, it's a little bit like with Instagram success. You need to be willing to take some risks, but without ever sacrificing your personal style and aesthetic preferences. So a lot of people like my acrobatic intros here on YouTube, so I make them, but I also like to wear dresses, so I'm not gonna sacrifice that just for some fancy fancy tricks here in the beginning. Oh, this is so fancy. Now, there aren't any quick ways to gain a lot of followers on Instagram. All this follow for follow and fake followers, we all know that that is not a good route to go because it's not gonna lead to anything actual permanent and real. So you really want to focus on and actually engage with real people. And here is the thing. People want to be able to relate, they want to get inspired, and they want to feel connected. Okay, so what does this mean? It means you need to find a way to tell your story in a compelling and personal way. In order to get people to follow you, you have to think of your Instagram account as a story and a place to really invite people into your narrative. So you need to find ways to try to tell your story and identify what your story is and craft that. So this means that maybe you're not gonna post about everything, but you're gonna choose one side that you want to share and try to create something that is something that is instantly identifiable. And that means having a cohesive feed, really putting effort into your photos and thinking of the stories that you are sharing and what you want people to feel when they come to your page. And also be a little bit personal and vulnerable and maybe share things that feel scary to share, and even oversharing. All these things are the things that will make people feel connected and relate to you. Or if you do art and you have a craft or a skill, sharing that and again crafting your story around that. But it's all about taking a step back and trying to see it all from an outsider's view, somebody who doesn't know you. You need to find a way to make them feel like they know you, even if you are a stranger. But such is the power of online and social media that you can create that feeling of connection with somebody who might be across the globe. Oh, such epic big words here. Okay, secondly, you need to engage with people. Okay, this looks a lot more comfortable when the cats do it. Oh my god, what am I doing here? Secondly, you need to engage with people. So whenever you post something, the 30 to 1 hour after that, it's good to reply to comments, and also in your captions, it's a good idea to ask people something so that they can engage with your post. If you have maybe a funny story to tell or something about the photo you posted, then also make sure to ask something and just invite for a little bit of dialogue between you and your followers. And also on Instagram now, there's so many new features, and in stories you can ask people for questions, and you can make polls and all these new features that they've added. So really make use of those. Don't spam, and I don't think you should ever use these things just to use them, but it's fun to experiment and just see ways that you can engage people, and also that it's not a one-way street, but actually a two-way street. Or, well, I mean, depending on how many followers you have, it can be a 100-way street, 1,000-way street, million-way street. The sky's the limit here. Whew, you probably can't tell, but it's like really warm day today. And I had to close the window because otherwise there's so much noise from the street coming in. And jumping around has made me really, really warm, and I feel kind of restless, which is why I'm also jumping around a little bit all over the place. My next tip is to be consistent. So being consistent means to try to post maybe 1 to 2 times minimum a week on Instagram. And I think there isn't like a magic number. I know some people say post every second day, some people post twice a day. I think it's more about finding a schedule that works for you and that you can keep up, because I think consistency is much more important than suddenly in one day spamming 7 photos and then for 2 weeks just being completely quiet. So instead, try to find a rhythm that works for you and keep showing up. Actually, one tip could also be that you introduce like a series, so you have one day that you always post like a specific type of photo. I know on YouTube that's like a pretty big thing to be consistent and have like one day. So you could even try that or for yourself. But just keep showing up and be in it for the long run and not just the short term. And even if you have a lot of photos that you feel like, oh, but I want to post them now, maybe hold back instead so you can spread them out over a longer period of time, and that way you'll have content and you won't run out, as I do every time, and then I panic and I don't seem to learn. 3 years on Instagram and still never have a backup plan. Okay, I'm gonna try to calm down now. My fourth tip is to do carousel posts. So this basically means that once you post, you actually add many photos or even video clips to the same post, because that way people will swipe on it and they will spend longer time engaging with the content you have. And then they might also read your caption and maybe even read a comment. And all this is really good for the Instagram algorithm. And algorithms, schmalgorithms, it is a real person behind there and you want to reach out to them and get through to them. So yes, you have to balance that, trying to capture people's attention and also post in 4x5 format instead of square format. Very good tip, because then you'll take up the most space on the screen when people are scrolling. And also paying attention to your photos. And if you would like some inspiration, I have a great recommendation. So this video is sponsored by Skillshare, who I've worked with before, and on Skillshare there is a new class with Hannah Argyle that I've just started, and I've followed her for so long. She's a photographer based in the UK and she does beautiful photography. It's all really bright and pastel-y, and she's so good at capturing moments in a really beautiful and aesthetic way. And Skillshare, they have a lot of creative classes in photography and illustration, animation. I've done a bunch. I did one in illustration and creative journaling, and just everything that I feel like I would like to get to know a bit more, or when I don't feel so inspired, I will go there, and it's just such a good resource to have. If you'd like to check out Skillshare, then click the link in the description below and you will get 2-month free trial of premium membership, and then you'll get access to all of these classes with experts in their own fields. So do go and check that out below. Oh. Elegant entrance as always. My last tip is really to go your own way. So there are a lot of trends going on, and you might think that, oh, now there's these new features, I have to jump on everything, I should do, all the content I can. And obviously, if you have the energy and the drive to do that, then please go ahead. But I actually think that to be able to persist in this and have that Instagram success or success online, or maybe anywhere in life actually, it's about going your own way and trying to focus on really what it is that makes you unique or what you can offer. And the way to that is usually not by just thinking about it and trying to build it up in an artificial way, or try to think of like, oh, what is gonna make me successful, or what is gonna be popular, or like trying to jump on current trends. But in my experience, it's more about maybe you can get inspired by trends, but then trying to find your own spin on it and your own take, and maybe not add to the noise, but instead try to find a new angle or a way of seeing it, or looking at something or sharing something from a different perspective. And it's also so true what they say, all these classics about write what you know about, and it's so easy to get distracted in all the noise and seeing what everybody else is doing. And I think it's good to get inspired and even copy or imitate somebody that you really admire, but then try to always also be clear on thinking about what it is that you're after, what does success even look like for you, all these things that are really personal, and that is the way that you shall thrive. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was entertaining for you. I had so much fun filming it, even though I am super sweaty right now. And if you'd like to see more of my stuff and my story online, you can come say hi. I'm over at Kika on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Hello, a bee in my bonnet, hello. There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello. A bee in my bonnet, hello.
Please remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video and put the little notifications on the bell so that you'll get notified every time there's a new video. Thank you!